Hey guys. Did I get water? Oh no, I was gonna say, did I get water in my pants? But it's my metal. My metal strings. I thought it was. It's like, damn. Damn, I'd love to watch this live, but at a festival, horror film festival. Oh. As for my recommendations, weird, my recommendations just disappeared from the chat. Try again. There's also a Russian Doll. Dairy Girls is also pretty damn hilarious Irish comedy. I wanted to do Russian Dolls, but then I was like, I don't know. We'll see. Show for All Mankind. In an alternative version of 1969, the Soviet Union beats the United States to the moon, and the space race continues on for decades with still grander challenges and goals. I think I have that, like, I have a recommendation list, but, like, I just wanted to, like, basically get, like, updates or whatever to see if there was anything else or new or whatever. Hey, Lucy. What you been up to? I think I saw you jump in a little bit in the last week or whatever. But you didn't chat that much. Few recommendations. 1899 from the creators of Dark, coming November 2020. Is it this November or next November? The Sandman, season 1 so far. Glitch, 3 seasons. Not the Korean version, but the Australian version. I tried to watch The Sandman. I watched the first episode and 1899 though, it looks good. I thought it was coming out next month, not next year. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Ragnarok 2 seasons, third in 2023. Lock and Key 3 seasons, all on Netflix. True Blood 7 seasons on HBO Max. I've watched all of True Blood already. I've actually watched it a couple of times. Lock and Key, I tried to watch it. I watched like the half of the first season and I couldn't really get into it. I don't know. Maybe I'll try again. We'll see. The Legend of Vox Machina. I think you I know, Shania, you've like recommended me that multiple times. I remember. Either that or it was somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was you. Definitely 1899. The Boy. I know, but I need something now. 1899 is not going to come out till at least next month or next year. I don't know. But I need something now. Because I need something in between. Because I have pretty much all of November covered. But I need something in between when I finish Dark and Young Royals. Definitely 1899. Well, I'll add that to my list, but you know. The Boys is also really good to watch. I already reacted to The Boys. This November. Yeah, I wonder if it's a typo. They probably put a typo or whatever, but. We Are Lady Parts. Never heard of it. Hi from the Isle of Iran. How are you? I don't know if I even said that right. I am good. I don't know. It's been a really good day for me. Like, I feel good. Got a bunch of stuff done. Actually, this whole past week has been pretty good because I've gotten a lot of stuff done. And I haven't felt too bad, so there's that. Heartbreak High is really good. I saw that it already got another season, so maybe I might do Heartbreak High. We'll see. I know it's got LGBT stuff in it, so. The Rook, 1 season show that Alex Shillington loved. I love Alex. We always, like, we're trying to figure out something to do, but I think we're just both busy, and she told me to, like, get with her on something that we could do together, and I'm like, but I don't know what to do. So, yeah, we want to do I don't know, we want to do something. I don't know if we want to do a live or, like, we want to collaborate on something or what, but it was me, and I'm gonna keep recommending it until you watch it. I thought so. You watched the miniseries Echoes yet on Netflix? I haven't seen it. Also, Chucky season 2. I can't do Chucky because it got taken down. I'm wondering, was Chucky Showtime? I know Showtime shows. Let me look. I know Showtime shows I like can't do because every time I do a Showtime show, it gets taken down. I don't remember. I don't remember what Chucky's on. I just know that I can't do it because when I upload every episode I've uploaded, they ended up taking it down. Like it would work for like a day or two, and then they took it down. So, hello, you should watch The Pier. It's a great Spanish queer show. It's 2 seasons and 16 episodes. Great story. I think you'd enjoy it. Haven't heard of it. What's it on? Glitch follows 7 people who return from the dead in perfect health, but with no memory. No one in the town knows why the deceased have returned. Also, there was a new Wednesday Addams featurette today. What? Oh, you know what? I think I saw that. Well, I didn't like see it, but I saw it on like I was I was listening to a lot of Halloween music. I was very in the mood for Halloween stuff today. And it could be because like we were getting more stuff for the gender reveal on Saturday. And so we got a bunch of stuff, and I was just very in the festive Halloween feel today. And then we came home because we had to test run a couple of things for the gender reveal to make sure that they would work. And so what we did, we like carved a pumpkin, and like what else did we do? I mean, I got candy corn. What else did we do? But yeah, and I was like listening to Halloween music. So I've been I had it like on YouTube, like I had like some sort of like playlist going of like Halloween music. So Echoes has a number of good twists within the 8 episodes about 2 twin sisters. Yeah, I'm looking for something like preferably like not preferably. I need something that's already out, and then preferably like 8 episodes, because I need something that's like anywhere between 8 to 10 episodes. I think ideally it's like 8 to fit it in between Dark and when Dark finishes and when before Young Royals. We Are Lady Parts is a British 5-hour comedy about a female Muslim punk band. One of the girls is queer. The Pier is on Amazon Prime, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we what about Harley Quinn season 3? I already watched it. I already watched all of Harley Quinn season 3. I watched them as soon as they came out. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be something good to record, but like I love the show, so I watched it. Sure, you've seen it advertised, but The Old Man on Disney Plus with Jeff Bridges, etc., and been renewed for a 2nd season. I haven't heard of it or seen it. I finally watched Hocus Pocus 2 the other day. I think it was Sunday. I think I watched it Sunday. And it was pretty good. It wasn't as bad as I was so worried that it was going to be terrible, because like my whole childhood was like surrounded by the original Hocus Pocus movie, and so I was like I didn't give it a lot of like, I was like, I don't know, I didn't give it a lot of props to begin with, but I was like, you know what, I was like, I almost changed my mind too, and I almost played the original, and but then I was like, no, let me give the second one a shot. So I gave it a shot, and it was actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It was still a little bit cheesy, but they made it had to be cheesy. So they, like, played with the cheesiness. They didn't, like, try to make it not cheesy, because that's all, you know, that was kind of the whole thing. But it was really good. That is tough because Killing Eve is great. What is that? Oh, and I skipped one. The newest season of Teen Titans and Doom Patrol is returning. How about those? I tried Titans. and I didn't really care for it. I'm not really much of a superhero show movie person. I try. I always try because I'm a huge, like, I grew up with comic books because I had such a struggle reading because as a kid and even now, but like I struggled so hard with reading because I can't um because of my ADD. And it was so hard for teachers to teach me how to read because it's like whether the clock was ticking or they're clicking their pen or like, you know, something was going on, and it was so difficult for me to like sit there and read a book. And so, well, I got put on medication and it worked. Okay, for me, medication worked. And but anyway, whenever like a combination of that mixed with like comic books, because comic books, like, they're colorful and they're like have action and words and like all these crazy things that are happening on the page. So I grew up with comic books and they really helped me. So comic books like have a special place in my heart. And so I think every time I watch a superhero shown movie, I'm just so devastated because I'm like, they're never as good as like the comic books. So I think that's why I don't really care for like superhero shows and movies. But I still try, like I say. The Imperfects has Hillary from Motherland, Fort Salem, as an asexual succubus. An asexual succubus? Wait. How does that happen? I'm curious about that. I'm trying to move my monitor. Oh, the dogs see something. Ragnarok, Thor, and other Old Norse gods and mythical creatures are reincarnated in a town plagued by climate change from industrial pollution by those who killed him before. Do you keep a list of your shows that you've watched that aren't on your channel? I mean, I do watch other shows that aren't on my like anything I'm not reacting to. No, like I don't have a list. Like you can just ask me if I watch something and I'll tell you. But if I've reacted to it, on my channel you can tell because I have playlists. So if you go over to my playlist, it shows you all of the shows that I've ever reacted to. And then there's a couple of things that I've reacted to that are on Patreon that I haven't reacted to on YouTube. But it's not that much. There's only, I think, maybe one or two shows that if YouTube wouldn't allow me to put it up, but I still wanted to really react to it, then I put it on Patreon. So, like, I know Yellow Jackets is on Patreon, but it didn't, because Showtime won't let me react to shit, basically. But, and then I did all my movies that I do, I pretty much just put them on Patreon with the exception of like 2 movies, I think. But I would recommend She-Hulk, but I don't know if you'll like that much. And before you say it's not as bad as people say it is. I want to watch it. Again, it's another one of those superhero things that, I'll give it a try, but some stuff I like. I love Harley Quinn. So it's funny how, like, some stuff I absolutely love, but other things, like, eh. I just couldn't get into Titans since the first season. I watched the first, 4 episodes or something like that, and I just couldn't get into it. If you aren't into science fiction, watch The Expanse. I've heard of it, for sure. Maybe Love, Death, Robots, single episodes, which are all very different. I've definitely heard of that one. Haven't watched it yet. I did say to you the last time to check out Physical on Apple TV. That is set in the 80s. You watched any episodes yet? No, I haven't really watched any TV other than reacting. I watched Hocus Pocus the other day. And I think that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've watched. Really, I have not watched. I still have not watched that much TV. Even though I've been feeling better, I still haven't. You know, because it's still, you know what? It's still because I'm hooked on the fan fictions. Anytime that I like get a minute, like a little break, I'll just read a chapter of a fan fiction. Because like it's usually, well, a lot of those chapters that I read, some of them are like super long. Like it takes me 2 hours to get through one chapter, depending on whatever it is. But like some of them aren't really that long, so I can get through a chapter in like maybe like 20-30 minutes. So I'll just sit there. I'd rather read a chapter than watch TV. How you should watch Lock and Key. I don't know. I might try it again. A lot of people want me to do it. It might be like Atypical, because I hated the first season of Atypical. I watched the whole first season, hated it, but then everyone told me to like give the second season a chance, because really like the first season really sucked, but the second season was good, and I did. So I ended up doing it, and it was really good. And I did season 2, and then season 3, and then did they have a season 4? I can't remember. But anyway, so I did the rest of the seasons of Atypical. So maybe I'll have to think about it. High School, the biographical story of Tegan and Sarah. Haven't heard of it. Lock and Key is good. Never Have I Ever. Have you watched that? No, I have not watched that. Those are movies, though, aren't they? Are they movies or are they shows? Never Have I Ever. Lock and Key is terrible. Women are plot devices, and they go out of their way to avoid a queer relationship. That's a lot of shows. A lot of shows go out of their way to avoid a queer relationship. No, it's not as good. Okay. Scam the Original is something I think you'd love if you haven't seen that. Which one is the original? There's like a bunch of different scams. I've watched one of the UK, one of the French versions, one of the German versions. I think that's it. But I've seen like one episode of like each of those. Yes, Lock and Key is good. Thanks for telling me. But too long, because an 8-show perimeter is hard. A lot of shows right now are like 8 episodes. No She-Hulk. Yeah, I remember you set up a movie channel a while back, and there's like one reaction on it. Yeah, I tried. Well, because my thing is like, the thing with movies is, you know what? I'll just say this. Doing multiple channels, I did not think was going to be, okay. I have a full-time job, and I also do this. Like, basically this is a second full-time job, because I do it all the fucking time. Whether it's going live or reacting to something or editing something, like it's basically a second full-time job. On top of that, I was trying to somehow like do a movie channel, because I was like, well, maybe it won't be as bad, and like I'll only do like one movie a week or something. Like it wasn't gonna be every day, but it was still hard, because movies are so much longer, so they take extra time to, like, I have to figure out how to record a movie out of the time that I have, which isn't very much, and then also on top of that, edit said movie along with editing whatever shows that I'm doing with Evil QK. And I was like, I can't keep up with doing multiple channel type of thing unless I didn't have a full-time job, but I do. So until like, if this ever takes off to end up like covering all of my bills and stuff, then yeah, I mean, for sure I would take the opportunity to like go back into doing multiple channels or something like that, but I can't. So I just decided to, like, if I was ever going to do a movie, I was just going to go ahead and put it on Evo QK channel. So, and I've done it a couple of times, but yeah. I saw a few set pics for the Orphan Black spinoff series, Echoes. Can't wait till March, and should get a trailer in the next month or so. That would be so cool. I can't wait for that. Hello, didn't make it in time? Oh, that's fine. I mean, we're always, I'm always talking about, like, a bunch of stuff. So it's fine. I feel like you don't really miss much, but... Legion, the Marvel show, highly underrated. I've heard of it. If you want something with a lot of queer-centric characters, I highly recommend The Sandman. I tried watching that. I watched the first episode, and I wasn't really that much into it, but maybe I should give it another shot. I don't know. Comedy, watch The Office. Anime, watch Attack on Titan, Death Note, Naruto. I've watched The Office like 50 million times, like, no joke. Well, not obviously, I'm over-exaggerating, but like, I've seen it so many times. I mean, I don't, that would be hard to react to, I think, too. Did you watch For All Mankind? I haven't seen that. Will you be watching Heartbreak High? Maybe. I don't know. I need a show that's already out, preferably 8 to 10 episodes. Really, 8 episodes if I can help it. And because I need something to come after dark and right before Young Royals. So maybe Heartbreak High, because I've had a couple of people reach out to me about that one. So we'll see. The original Scam is the Norwegian one. Huh. Pam and Tommy, a docudrama about their tape. I've seen it on, what's it on? Hulu? Is it on Hulu? I can't remember. Or is it on Netflix? I don't remember. I've seen it somewhere, like flicking through whatever. It looks good. I've heard it was good, too. What are you trying to fill the gap between? Where none? No. Well, between, basically in like 2 days. and then right before Young Royals. Because Young Royals comes out on the 1st. I'll upload it on the 2nd. Is what I'm trying to do. Is I'll upload it on the 2nd. But I need something in between Dark and Young Royals. Watch For All Mankind. It was good. Okay. That might be another one. For All Mankind and Heartbreak High are so far like on the top. What about Fear Street? I've reacted to it already. But it's only on Patreon. I've actually, funny thing was, when I recorded Fear Street, what I was going to do was I was going to do a movie a day, but if anyone has ever seen Fear Street, I think everyone I know just ends up binge watching all the movies. Actually, it's funny because, well, when I binge watched all the movies, all 3 of them were already out at the time, because I knew that they had them come out at different times, but whenever I watched it, they were all out already. So I binge watched all 3 in one day, and I did not think I was going to do that. I was planning on doing one a day, but then I was so hooked, and so I just went ahead and recorded them all in one day. But they're all on, because I didn't want to edit them at the time, so all of the unedited versions of those are on Patreon. I heard, though, that they're going to do a series, so I'm excited about that. Editing is hard for movies, for the people who do movies and not getting it right, insane. It is. It's very difficult. Well, even because I try to do, like, if I try to react to a movie, some movies don't work, and I don't want to put in all that time for something that's not even going to work, because originally my plan was I wanted to upload whatever review I did on my movie channel. What was the name of that movie? Hold on. It was such a good movie, but I keep forgetting. Hold on. What the freaking name of it is. My YouTube's not wanting to act right now. But anyway, that movie that is on my YouTube channel, I actually wanted to upload the edited version of my reaction to it. And I worked on it for weeks, editing it and like trying to make sure it was going to get accepted by YouTube, and it never would pick up, and it's like, shit. So I don't want to put all that time and effort into a movie and then it not work. So that's another thing about like movies. If you want to try something different than Marvel or comic adaptations, try 0008 episodes. I've never heard of that. Sandman is tough. I loved it, but I get why people don't commit. It's just, it was, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I just wasn't like, I think while I was watching it, I was so freaking bored. So I ended up like multitasking and doing something else. So usually whenever that happens, and I'm like, I'm not into the show. Like I can't watch it anymore. Because when I watch something, I want to be like in it, you know, and give it my full attention. But because of my ADD, if it doesn't give me the full attention that it's like I need to give it, then like I'm like, it's not worth it. Are you gonna watch 18? I thought it was 1899. Is it 1899 or 1889? I don't know. When it comes out, maybe. Dark was very good. I finished Dark right before I started going live. Like literally, I had like, cause the last episode was an hour and 15 minutes. I got off work at 5, and I also made dinner. So I made dinner, and I wanted to eat dinner. So I was like, shit. So I have to make sure that I record at like no later than 5:45, so that I can be able to time everything perfectly. And I did. I recorded at 5:45, and then when I hit the stop record, it was like 6:57, and so I went downstairs, grabbed a water, and then hit start streaming. So, but yeah, Dark was very good. So maybe, probably. I just have to see if I can figure out how to like, if I want to react to it too. The Sandman is an anthology series at most, with the main character recurring most times. Westworld and Outlander. Westworld I've tried multiple times to get into because it's so my type of thing, but I could not get into it. I think I almost finished the first season, and then I'm like, I can't do this. Outlander is kind of sort of the same thing. No, it's pretty much the same thing. Because again, another show that I know I would like, or like, that's my type of show. I started it, and I can never get past, I think I maybe finished the first season of Outlander, but then I could never get through, like, I couldn't finish it. Hey, what about longer, older shows like Lost, Game of Thrones, Supernatural, Old Charmed, although I guess those are not good for filling a smaller gap. They could take years. Yeah. Maybe I want to do older shows like maybe eventually, but if I do older shows, no one would really watch them, and all of my time and effort would almost basically go to waste. And so I would have to, I don't know. I would love to do something like that, but I would have to figure out like when I could really do that. That might be another one of those times where like maybe if I didn't have a full-time job that I could do older shows. But I've seen Game of Thrones, and Supernatural I watched like the first 7 seasons or something, and then that one I ended up dropping off because I was like, it's just the same thing over and over and over again. I couldn't watch it. So, and then I never watched Lost or the original Charmed. For All Mankind started great, but then turned into a soap opera. Have you seen the new Interview with a Vampire? The Interview with a Vampire show. It's so good and so gay, and the best supernatural show we had in years. And they're starting a TV universe. I'm guessing that's what you meant to say. Around it, they have a witch show coming out. Somebody told me about this show, the Interview with a Vampire show, but other than somebody else telling me that like last week or something, I haven't even seen it or heard of it or like anything. So we'll see. Have you seen The Legends of Vox Machina? Pretty funny, great characters and development, and nice world building. Somebody else tells me to watch that all the freaking time, and I can't remember who it is. Somebody that's like a regular on my streams, they tell me to watch it all the time, and I can't remember who it is. I really liked Perpetual Grace. Just one season, but worth it. Also Patriot from this same writer. I've never heard of either one of those. Have you seen Glow? Yes, I love Glow. I've already seen it. Witcher, I've watched both seasons of Witcher, but I never did, like, I never recorded it. I never, like, reacted to it. But I watched both, I'm all caught up on Witcher. or The Witcher. Yeah, you need to miss the older ones. Oh, yeah, you need to, and then because you missed the older ones. Okay. Yeah, I know. I just some show like I have to basically pick whatever's gonna work right now is like what's in my stuff, you know, to make it worth it. Dude, my back is been killing me. My body, I feel like, is stupid. The stupid pregnancy is. I mean, I don't think it's stupid, obviously, but like my body is like is breaking down. I feel like my knee has been killing me the past couple. Actually, my knee is okay today, but the past couple days it's been bad, and then my back has been hurting for basically the past month. I have to like sleep on a heating pad on my back, basically, is what I have to do because my back hurts so bad by the time like I get in bed. What else? Oh, well, now my thighs hurt, but that's because I was washing my truck the other day. Yesterday. And then what else was hurt? Oh, my head was hurting yesterday too. I'm just I feel like my whole body is just like fucking like breaking down. Orphan Black with the main lead actress from She-Hulk. I've watched all of Orphan. I've actually watched Orphan Black a couple of times. I've actually watched it, I think, at least 3 times because I watched it all myself years ago when it came out. I watched it whenever it came out. And then I watched it a second time because I told Anna she really needs to watch it because I think she would like it. Well, actually, I think I said to Anna, I was like, I don't know if you would actually like it, but we can try it because I really liked it. And then she really liked it, so I was like, oh, shocker, because it's not really Anna's type of show, but ended up she really loved it. And then I watched it a third time with our friend who had never seen it, and then now it's like one of her favorite shows. So I've watched it a bunch of times. I must say House of the Dragon has been great. Anna and I might watch that together. I'm not like, because we haven't we want to, because we watched Game of Thrones, but we haven't watched House of the Dragon yet. We've just both been working so much that we haven't had time to watch anything. The baby's up. That's how you can tell when the baby's up, is when I start hiccuping or like burping. Have you seen Utopia? Best show nobody has seen. Yeah, I reacted to it. I reacted to it because, and it never got canceled or renewed. Oh, not the UK version. I don't think. Whatever was on... What is it on? Is it on Hulu? I think it's on Hulu. The Morning Show on Apple TV. I've seen a couple of things about The Morning Show, but I don't think hardly anyone's told me to react to it. I recently watched Bad Sisters. It's a dark comedy I highly recommend. It currently has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Huh. I've never heard of that one. I've already recommended Marianne, basically a French Kristen Stewart haunted by a witch. It's funny how you describe that. The Chucky TV series is pretty good. I tried. YouTube doesn't like the show, so... I tried to do the first... I did like the first 3 or 4 episodes or something like that, but every time I tried to do it, it got taken down. So, how are the hiccups today? I don't know if you already talked about it today. I literally just did. Well, because that's how I know when the baby is up, because our baby is a very active baby. And I can tell when it's up because I start hiccuping or burping. And all of the midwives, because I've asked like all of them, and I'm like I burp and like hiccup, I swear, all the time, and they're like, yeah, that's how you can actually tell that your baby's really active, because they're like kicking and punching your, like, you know, your organs and stuff, and so like, because the stomach basically sits like near, like right near where the baby's at, so like it's, yeah, every time we've had an ultrasound. Every freaking time, the baby is pushing back. The baby is, like, pushing against us whenever like the wand is there, pushing against us, like, because it's funny because I think every time we've had an ultrasound, the baby was asleep, and so the baby takes after me. If I'm asleep and somebody wakes me up, I'm a bitch. And so the wand, like, whenever, I mean, they're digging in there and like looking at the baby, right? And so the baby can feel it, and they're like, hey, you just woke me up, I'm not too happy now. Because it's funny, because every time that we've done the ultrasound, the baby is like resting, and it has its hands like this and its legs crossed, and it's just so chill and nice. And then as soon as the wand goes, the baby like pushes against it, and then they're like kicking and like pushing, punching, whatever. So you should watch Stupid Wife. I have. I just haven't reacted to it. It's very good. Yes, but She-Hulk is not Orphan Black. That is not even a comparison. Oh, I can already tell you it's not a comparison, because Orphan Black was amazing. Amazing. Stupid Wife YouTube series from Brazil. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. Also, The Outlaws is a great crime comedy. Absolutely hilarious. Although there might be some cultural differences because it's from UK. I think I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Have you seen Stupid Wife? Yes, I have. You did Utopia Falls. Oh, that's what it is. Utopia Falls. That's what it was. Baby is Evil QK Icker confirmed? Kicker. Oh, Evil Q Kicker. Gotcha. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. Yep. The baby, I'm telling you, crazy active. And that's how you can tell, like, the baby hasn't been super active today because I haven't been as hiccupy and burpy. But every day, it's funny because I'll have these fits where I'm burping or hiccuping nonstop. And I went to go see my mom yesterday I went to go see my parents yesterday, but my dad was on a call like the whole time we were there. So, and I was talking to my mom, and I was like burping so bad, and I was like, oh, the baby's up. But yeah, we had to drop off some stuff for the gender reveal, because the gender reveal is actually in my parents' house. So, but yeah, I'm so excited. Upload is a great show, and my sister and me loved it, but no one else seems to have watched it. I haven't watched it or heard of it. Utopia Falls had potential. It's unfortunate they didn't carry on with it. I know. Utopia Falls is not Utopia. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I thought that was the same thing, but then it's been a long time since I've done Utopia Falls, so there you go. Have you seen Fear Street? Yes, I have. Reacted to it on Patreon. Will you be reacting to Warrior Nun Season 2 and Sex Life College Girls Season 2? I'm hyped for them. Of course. Yes. Warrior Nun is already on my list for November. That's one of the things. Young Royals, Warrior Nun, and Elite are on my list for November. Fear Street is really good at horror, though. Oh, I know. I love horror. As long as I love horror things that have a storyline. I don't like horror if it's just jump scares, and don't really care for it. I need some sort of storyline and all that with whatever I'm watching. But as long as it has a storyline, love it. Because I love dark shit, so you should try Stupid Wife as a Brazilian YouTube series. I know. I've watched it already. Just not reacted to it. Black Sails is pretty damn good to watch. I think I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Hey, Cass. Long time. How are you? Hey, Francesca. Well, it's not been a lot. I mean, you were on there last week. Maybe not for very long, though. I think you had to jump pretty early, but Fear Street has Sadie Sink and is in Fear Street. Yeah, I know she's in it, and then, but it's funny because I watched Fear Street before I watched Stranger Things, and then everyone's like, she's from Stranger Things, and I'm like, oh, well, I haven't watched Stranger Things yet, so. Lucky my son was always beating my wife up like he was fighting off a predator. Yeah, well, our baby, like I said, our baby's super active. I can't feel it yet though, because we're not at that stage where I can feel the baby yet. It's still a little early for that. But once I said it, I said, once I can feel it, I said, and then, because I said, oh, this is going to drive me nuts already, because it's a super active baby. But, especially, like, when I get to the point where it gets big and you can kind of see, like, the movements in my belly, I'm telling you, it's going to be like the damn alien from, like, what from the movie The Alien that comes out of the belly. Like, I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I love Upload, waiting on season 3, but I hope we don't have to wait another 2 years for it. I haven't seen it. I don't think I've heard of it either. Oh my gosh, Black Sails fan here. I shall send you one of the links to the new set pics of Orphan Black Echoes on your Twitter there. Oh yeah, send it to me. Wait, there's a new Orphan Black coming out? Yeah, it's the spinoff. It's called Echoes. Yeah, Black Sails is much recommended. What's it on? The Watcher on Netflix is popular right now. The Watcher. Oh, yeah. It's got, what's her face in it? Actually, it's got a lot of people in it. Never Have I Ever is a show. Maybe. I think some people asked me to do it, but, like, for some reason, every time it came out, there was something else that was, like, huge that was also coming out that I already had on my list, so that's why I've never done it. Scam Spain? They have a Spain version? How many versions of Scam do they have? Where None, forgot about that, one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm definitely doing it. It's on my list in November. Only Murders in the Building, Hulu 2. I don't know what that means. I don't think anyone's ever really asked me to do that one, but I mean, I know what it is, but for your movie channel, Fear Street and do Revenge is good. But I've already watched Fear Street. Even if I were to, like, because I think I've watched it so long ago, like, the quality wouldn't be as good, and then, like, I feel like my reactions have gotten a little bit better since then, so that I feel like it would be taking a step backwards if I, like, were to upload it. I don't know. I'm watching Abbott Elementary since all the series are canceled or ended. I've heard it was good, but I haven't seen it. And I feel ya on all of the good series, like, being canceled or ended. On Your Own Time, Santa Clarita Diet is good, but a few years back. I haven't watched it. Obviously I know what it is, but I haven't watched it yet. Have you seen Yellow Jackets? It's basically like The Wilds, but gory. Yeah. I've seen it. It's very good. I tried to upload that one, but YouTube doesn't like Showtime shows, so I uploaded it actually on Patreon. I'm waiting for the new season of Yellow Jackets. I know. Me too. I don't know when it's coming out, though. Looks like Alien. Yep, you said it. So is Dahmer. I've watched Dahmer. Dahmer is very good. Wings X Saga is good. The Spain version of Scam is so good. Like I said, I've done the UK. I've done one episode of the UK, one episode of the French, and one episode of the German. That is not good for appetites. What, the fact that the baby's, like, active? I mean, I still haven't had much of an appetite. And my doctor said that, like, she's like, you'll probably, like, get out of that. Most pregnant women do, especially, like, whenever they start having, like, when they have, like, either little to no appetite, and then it, like, changes. And you eat everything. I haven't gotten to that stage yet. I still, and she told me, she's like, actually, if you just eat, like, if you snack, it's much better than if you eat actual, like, full meals. And she's totally right, because I can't. And every time I eat something, I can only eat, like, 2 bites before I feel like I'm full. So, yeah, it pretty much just, I always was a snacker anyway versus eating full meals. So, I snack. I try to eat cereal in the mornings, but I've never really actually been a breakfast person. So, and the baby does not like sugary things, and so cereal is hard for me to eat. What did I eat today? I had an apple basically for lunch. And then for dinner, I made lo mein, but I didn't finish it. And I only make myself like little meals because I'm like, I know I'm not going to eat it all. I had a couple of bites because Anna ended up making butter chicken, even though I told her I was going to make lo mein. So I had a couple of bites of her butter chicken, and then I had a couple of bites of the lo mein. And then that was it. So I still don't really have much of an appetite. I can eat now, though. I can eat now, and things taste really good for once. I actually had, I had sushi, but it was cooked. It wasn't raw sushi, so don't come at me. I had cooked sushi the other day. Oh my god, it was so freaking good because I love sushi, but obviously I haven't been able to eat raw sushi. But I had cooked sushi maybe it was like, I think it was like a week ago, and it was so freaking good. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad I can eat this. So I can actually eat food now without either throwing up or getting really super nauseous. But I can't eat a lot. I haven't watched the other scams, so I don't know if the Spain story is the same as the others. I don't think any of the stories are the same. I could be wrong, but I don't think any of the stories are the same. Netflix's limited series Stay Close and The Stranger. I don't think I've heard of either one of those. Only Murders in the Building is so freaking good. Had low expectation because I don't really like Selena Gomez, but she did really good. And has Tina Fey and Steve Martin. I didn't know Tina Fey was in it. Only Murders in the Building 100% recommend. You should react to Panic. It's on Prime Video. If you watch the original Saved by the Bell, the reboot is great. I didn't watch the original. Have you heard of Carnival Row TV show? No, I have not. What's it on? I don't know if you've heard of NCIS Hawaii or if you like NCIS franchise, but there's a couple on it. Kate and Lucy. I know Casey. They're so darn cute. Someone has uploaded all their scenes separately on YouTube. I've seen a couple of things on YouTube about that, or like on Twitter or something. Like I've seen a couple of things. I don't think I've ever watched like full-on videos of them, like their relationship or whatever. But, I mean, so I know of them. But because I swear when I'm on Twitter, like my Twitter page is all like my newsfeed is just all like gay, which is the way that I like it. So I mean, I'm not complaining. That and every time I like something or share something or react to do something on Twitter is all gay shit, so it's fine. I'm cool with it. But I don't know. I'm not usually like I like crime shows, but I don't like crime shows, so depends on what it is. Definitely check out Echoes, then an 8-episode miniseries. My daughter is watching Vampire Academy. I know it's out, but no one's said whether or not for me to react to it, so I haven't done it yet. Carnival Row on Amazon Prime. I haven't heard of that one. Some of these I have like not heard of. I know this isn't a suggestion for a movie, but can you tell me who's your favorite character in Cobra Kai? Who's my favorite? I really like Amanda. She's funny and like I don't know if I would. She's not really a main character, but I feel like if I had a favorite main character, it would. I don't know. At some point, they all kind of get on my nerves. I think it's just because they're portraying teenagers, and I think that's how come they kind of get on my nerves. Like all of them at some point or another. Maybe Tori. Tori might be my favorite, but maybe if I don't think of a teenager, let me think. Because even Tori gets on my nerves sometimes. Not a teenager. I don't know. I really like Kreese because he's, of course I always kind of pick the villains, but I really like Kreese. So he might be my favorite character. Carnival Row stars Orlando Bloom and Cara Delevingne. Scam Story are all the same. Spain's season 3 did vary a little and was good. US Scam was canceled before the LGBT season. Oh, okay. I didn't know that they were all the same. With my wife, not alone, but they said it was okay. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing her to be here. Feel the Beats. Have you seen that? Really good. No. I haven't heard of that one either. I watched a few years back a lesbian YouTube series called Last Life. It's pretty good. Also teenagers. I haven't heard of either one of those either. I like some web series. Some web series are good. I really like The Stripper. That one was a good one. The Stripper, of course, Stupid Wife, that's out already. Or that's like newly out. Carmilla, of course. I think Carmilla was like my first web series I ever watched too. Honestly. Excellent. What other web series have I really liked? I don't know. Those are ones that I really like. Carmilla, The Stripper, and I just hate that The Stripper never really got another freaking season because I was like, it ended on such a cliffhanger. Please tell me then you've watched all of In From the Cold yet. If not, watch the rest of it. Watch the rest of that as well. I haven't watched the rest of it. I told you I haven't watched that much TV. Because anytime I get a chance, I just read, whether it's fan fiction or like a book. And I basically just got a TV in my bedroom, and I don't watch that much TV. Danny and Laura, Carmilla and Laura. Wait, Danny and Laura is greater than Carmilla and Laura? No, I disagree with you on that one. NCIS Hawaii for a series to watch within good LGBTQ plus representation. Maybe. I'll think about it. Last Life is like Lost Girls, but more sexy, and teenagers is so good. It's like so good. Lost Girls, or is it like Lost Girl? I don't know what Lost Girls is, but I know what Lost Girl is. But you're asking for a new series to watch, yet you haven't watched the rest of that series. I have a point. I'm talking about reacting to it. I need something to react to. And I'm gonna, like, my next one is gonna be the one that's, like, most people tell me to react to. I've had a lot of recommendations for Heartbreak High, so maybe Heartbreak High is gonna be what I'm gonna do. Also, a bunch of other people have told me about For All Mankind. So that one's a maybe. Maybe that one, or maybe Heartbreak High. Heartbreak High is just brand new, so I think that's why a bunch of people have been, like, asking me to do it. My show recommendations that I'm asking for is so that I can react to it. Heartbreak High is so good. See? There you go. There's another person. So far, that one's winning because, like, everywhere on all of my platforms or whatever, people are asking me to do Heartbreak High, so maybe. The Lord of the Rings, The Ring of Power is the most expensive show ever made, but Amazon would be better off investing more in The Wheel of Time instead. The only thing with The Lord of the Rings is I haven't watched any of The Lord of the Rings, except for The Hobbit, and I was not a fan. I was not a fan because we were made to read it. We were made to read The Hobbit in high school, and then after we read it, we watched the movie, and I was like, this is dumb. In my opinion, of course. But, like, I'm like, I don't like it. And so, Anna, it's funny, it's one of Anna's, like, favorite, like, movie series of all time, and, like, I have not watched it. Have you seen Kippo and the Age of the Wonder Beast? No, I have not even heard of that. For reactions, well, I would do Echoes as a reaction. There you go. Maybe. Have you seen Doom Patrol? Pretty weird, great series, deep stuff most of the time. There are 3 seasons and one comes out later this year. One of my friends keeps telling me that I need to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm just afraid because it's a superhero show and movie, so I know I need to give it a shot, but oh my gosh, how did I forget about Heartbreak High? I rewatched it like 3 times already. Very good. It reminds me of Heartstopper, high school vibe. Holy shit. just got a text that I have to like, oh, I have to spend so much money on this test that I ordered for the baby. Holy shit. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to see if the results are even in. I've been waiting to see what the results are from this test. Is it in? No, it's not even in yet. They did not say it was going to be that much money. Holy shit. Sorry. I am like, ah! Anyway, trying to focus. Last Life and Teenagers are so good, I'm guessing is what you're trying to say. And you should support YouTube. I don't know what you're trying to say there. I want to watch For All Mankind, so I vote that one. Okay. Never Have I Ever is really funny. It's about an Indian girl whose father died and she got paralyzed in her legs. She's in love with this guy, Paxton, and has BFFs Fabiola and Eleanor. It's on Netflix. Maybe. I've seen stuff on Never Have I Ever. I just haven't seen it yet. Did you watch the old 1970s Hobbit? No, it was like whatever new one came out around 2013. Because I think I was a senior at the time whenever we watched the Hobbit. So it was like 2012 or 2013 or something. Whatever, like around about that year is the one that we watched. What about Community? It's really funny. I haven't heard of it. Vampire Academy on Peacock is 9 episodes in. Better than the movie a few years ago. I remember watching the movie and I was like, yeah, it wasn't that great. Last Life has a lot of, is that supposed to be girl and girl action? Like Lost Girl and Teenagers is really interesting. Lost Girl was one of the first, it wasn't the first show, but it was like one of the first shows that I watched that I not only, like I was starting to get like really into LGBTQ shows. Cause at that time, whenever I'd watch it, I don't think it was, when I had watched it, I don't think it was still airing because I think it was on Netflix and I watched it. And it was when I was like questioning my sexuality at the time or something. Like, I think I was questioning my sexuality at the time because I want to say it was like 19, 20. I was living on my own and like I remember starting to watch Lost Girl and like, yeah. So Lost Girl for me has like a special place in my heart and stuff, so yeah. I'm getting ready to go, so I'll talk to Alex about the Rook. Okay. Babies and children are so expensive. You're telling me, man. You're telling me. Well, because not only did we have to go through fertility, IVF, luckily my job pays for like a bunch of the fertility. The only thing that we had to pay for was the medication, which is still expensive. We spent like $5,000 on medication. And then we got a bill from the doctor a couple days ago and they were like, oh, you have to spend like, your insurance is paying for like 80% of it, but you still have to pay like $1,600, I think is around about where it's at. And then I wanted to get this test done on the baby. That tests like, genetic disorders and stuff. And so we had that ran. And then, but they did not tell me it was going to be that much. They said it was going to be, oh, it's only like $100 or something. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. No, it is not. It was way too much more. And I'm going to tell Anna later, and then she's not going to be happy about it. Yeah, that's going to suck. But the test result isn't even in yet, so. And I guess my doctor had some sort of other test run that I don't remember telling her that we wanted to run, but that one was only like $30. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I love For All Mankind. Abby Jacobson, who plays Carson on League of Their Own. Her fiance, Jodie Balfour, plays a lesbian character in it. I know what For All Mankind is now. I know what it is because I've seen stuff for it. I just didn't know that's what it was. I've seen stuff for it, but I haven't watched the show. Show recommendation: High School Musical, the series. I don't know if I would like that. We'll see. I don't know. I end up liking things that I don't think I would end up liking, and then disliking things that I think I would end up liking. Have sent the link for new set pics for Orphan Black Echoes to your Twitter now. Okay, I'll check those out as soon as I get done. Oh, and then if you guys are interested in the gender reveal, I will be going live on Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern time for the gender reveal. Yeah. So if you guys are interested, come back on Saturday for the gender reveal. I'm so freaking excited. I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be Halloween themed. And yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it. A bunch of like, because we have a bunch of friends and family that live like all over the country, and so I was like, oh well, I might as well just go live because then it's easier, and then you guys can see it too. So not only you guys, but then our friends and family, they can just jump in and check it out. I'm hoping that it all goes well. Because what I'm gonna try to do is do it on my phone. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Obviously, it's not gonna be like in my office and like, you know, that whole thing. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm very excited. It'll probably be short. I don't think it's gonna be long. I don't think it's gonna be a long stream. Maybe like 30, 45 minutes, because I think what I'll probably do is like go live and then wait for a few minutes for like everyone to join in, and then we'll do the gender reveal. But I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited for this gender reveal. I don't really get excited for anything, and I'm stoked. And especially because it's like Halloween themed, so I'm like, oh, this is perfect time, because like it's Halloween. It's Halloween. I couldn't, like, unless our baby was born around Halloween time, like, this is just the perfect freaking time. Our baby's not due till April, but I'm so freaking excited about the gender reveal. I'm hoping, because we know what the gender is from, we've had 3 midwives tell us like what the gender is. 3 separate midwives from 3 separate like places. Well, 2 separate places, because one, it was the same place with 2 midwives, and then another place with another midwife. But all of them have said what the gender is. But we did, this blood test also tells us what the gender is. And so I'm just hoping that it is the gender that all the midwives tell us that it is, and not the opposite. I mean, it could be like a fun thing, I guess, like, because like the blood test result is supposed to come. It said you'll receive it between the 19th and the 21st. It still has not come because I just checked it, but I'm hoping that it comes by of course, obviously the 22nd, because that's when the gender reveal is. But I'll read the other message in just a second. But what gender would you like it to be? Well, I can't say that because I already know what it is. I will say in the very, very beginning of my pregnancy, I thought it was a boy, but then I switched to a girl later on. But I can't give what my opinion is now because I know what it is, so I'm betting on it being a girl. A lot of people, I will say this, I think a majority of people thinks it's a girl. I will say that. But there's a handful of people that are like, boy. And I'm like, oh, okay. Have you watched Do Revenge? I think it's a good movie for a reaction video. Yeah, I've watched it already. It's good. Tamsin Rachel Scarsden was so good on Lost Girl. Also Kenzie is Solo. Actually, no, I don't know if that's how you say her name. I don't know if the K's silent or like what, but yeah, she's great. Two of my favorite characters. The Imperfects is Netflix. The Boys, but with a more compelling story behind it. Heartbreak High is definitely worth a check out, especially since it is getting a season 2, so it won't be a waste to get into. That's true too. I didn't even really think about it like that. I freaking out when I saw her on Orphan Black. When you saw her, who on Orphan Black? Didn't know Heartbreak High. The Kinzia Solo. I don't know if that's actually how you say your name. But yeah, I remember her being on Orphan Black. She was gorgeous on Orphan Black. I think she needs to stay blonde. I don't know. Don't know Heartbreak High had season 2 confirmed already. That's awesome. I think they released it today or something. The season 2 announcement. I should go. It's 1 a.m. and I have an exam today. Oh, okay. Get some sleep. Gender reveal? Yeah. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. I just can't. I think also because I don't like keeping secrets and I want everybody to know what it is. That's, I think, why I'm so excited, because I'm like, I get to tell everybody finally what the freaking baby is. I hate keeping secret. I mean, if it's not my own secret, I'll keep it to the grave. But like my own secrets, I can't keep them. I don't really have my own secrets. I mean, I think everyone has their own secrets, but like, I don't know. First of all, I'm a bad liar. Second of all, I don't know. I just like especially like when I talk to you guys, I don't really just talk about whatever. I feel like I'm an open book for the most part. Like I said, I feel like I talk about more things than I probably should on here, but try Black Sails. It's a blend of Pirates of the Caribbean, Vikings, and Game of Thrones is peak without the fantasy elements. We'll see. How's your pregnancy been going? For the most part, not that great. But recently, it's been good. I haven't had as, like, my nausea, there's like a slight feeling of nausea, but it's not as intense as it was. The first trimester was the worst. It was really, really bad. Like, I told Anna, I was like, listen, I know we talked about having, like, a huge family, and I know I've always wanted, like, a huge family, but I don't know if I can do it. I was like, I don't know if I can do another pregnancy. I was like, freaking, like, holy shit. I don't know, but I'll see. I was like, we'll see. Just, I'm going to have to need a few years. I told her, I was like, I'm going to need a few years after this baby. And then maybe, we'll probably have more than one kid. But, like, I need a few years. I need a break. The Americans was a really good show. I loved it. I remember seeing the stuff about The Americans or whatever when it was out. Carrie Russell is such a babe. Who's Carrie Russell? Oh, I know who Carrie Russell is. I think she's pretty. I don't think I've ever had like a big thing for her though. It's funny because some blondes, I'm like, oh my god, like drop dead gorgeous. But like other blondes, for the most part, I think for the most part, a lot of my biggest crushes are brunettes. I wouldn't even say that I have like a brunette type because maybe I do. I think I maybe subconsciously do because now that I'm thinking about it, all the girls that I like dated or like went on dates with or like whatever, I think they've all been brunette. Although I've had crushes on blonde women though, so I take that back. I just don't think. I think all the blonde women that I've had crushes on. There's no way that we would be able to work because all of the blonde women that I had crushes on, I think were like crazy wild, not like crazy, but like just intense. And I think I'm attracted to that, but then I'm like, if I think about it, I'm like, I wouldn't want to be with this person. like long term, I wouldn't want to be with this person, but like I think the intensity attracts me, and then but like then it like I get, what's it called, like it deflects. I think that's the best way to put it. It's a deflect. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say, but anyway, I get attracted, and then it like, I'm like, nope. Too much. But I don't obviously not all blonde women are the same, but like, so yeah, I've had crushes, and I've had crushes on blonde women, but I think for the most part, I've dated brunettes from my history or whatever. Just here, so might have missed it if someone said it, but I recommend 12 Monkeys. Time traveling, dark in tone, but very different from Dark, so it won't feel like you're repeating the same sort of story. Huh. I don't think anyone said it on this stream, but I think someone said it on a different stream that I've had. Also, I also vouch for The Americans being excellent. Have you watched The House of the Dragon? If not, I highly recommend. The season finale for the first season is coming up. I haven't watched it yet, but we want to. Did you ever watch House? Jennifer Morrison was in it and better as a brunette. I did watch House. I don't know if I watched all of them, but I watched a lot of them. Because when it was originally out, my mom was watching it. And so I think I would watch some of the episodes with her. I don't think I was really of age to really be watching that show at the time. But I think sometimes, like some episodes, I would catch and watch it with her. Does Lynn Renee count as a brunette? Yes. I have the biggest freaking crush on Lynn Renee. Please. She's my biggest freaking crush right now. Although I do have a big crush on Lena Headey. And Lena Headey's a blonde. Well, she's been multiple things. She's been a brunette. She's been a blonde. I think she's been a redhead at one point. But Lena Headey was like my biggest first time crush on a girl. And then, I don't know, but so far Lynn Renee, like out of all the girl crushes that I've ever had, Lynn Renee I think is probably my biggest one. Have you ever watched Wentworth? Yes, I have. Multiple times. It's amazing. Me not being obsessed with Motherland Fort Salem still. I know. Me too. I'm telling you. I'm still obsessed with it. I'm trying to, like, not be, but yeah, I am. And, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with, like, everything about it. The show, the cast, not just Lynn Renee, but, like, the whole cast is just amazing. And I still, I'm butthurt about a couple of, the way that some characters ended, without giving away spoilers. And, like, Lost Girl, Atypical. I've watched both of those. Lost Girl, not reacted to. Atypical, I did. Dated brunette, gingers, and married a blonde. Yeah, that's, the way for me, it was crushes on blondes, dated brunettes, married. She has black hair. It's like a very dark brown, but it's pretty much black. I don't know. Her hair, I feel like it changes between black and very dark brown. But for the most part, I don't know. I feel like Anna's hair is black. I don't know. I think it just changes. It's between dark brown and like black. I never dated a redhead. But that's because, like, I'm very close to a redhead. You can't tell from, like, my videos and stuff because I feel like my lighting makes my hair very dark. But especially, because my hair's really auburn, but especially, I don't even know if you can tell from underneath. Not really. A little bit. So, like, you can't even tell. You can't tell on this camera. I've taken a couple of pictures of myself, though, like, on Twitter. There's, like, one recently, and my hair is, like, red. So, it's funny because I think Anna's always dated blondes until she married me, and I'm a redhead. Actually, I can't remember if she dated a redhead before me too. I think she did, because I want to say her ex right before me was a redhead or something. I don't remember. But she dated, her type and my type are the complete opposite. Complete opposite. She dated and always had a thing for blondes. And then for me, it was completely different. And I think she always kind of dated somebody who was either like a little bit younger than her or something. But I always went for, even when I thought I was straight, I went for older. Well, no, I dated one guy that was younger than me. But for the most part, I dated older guys. Like the oldest that I've dated, that him and I were like 11. Him and I are 11 years apart. But I know I have a thing for older women. But yeah. So Anna's only like a year older than me though. Not even. Well, is it technically? Yeah, it's not even a year. She's barely, I think it's like 8 months. She's 8 months older than me, but I've been trying to get back into Wentworth, but I can't get through the 7th season for some reason. I think my parents are in that mode too. Like they loved it, but then they can't get past the 7th season. In the last season of Dynasty, there is a cute women love women couple, but they don't have much screen time. I think the Roots show on camera red. I can't tell, because maybe if I get like closer, I don't know if that makes it look more dark or more red. The farther back I go, it gets darker, but I feel like it gets redder when I get close. So you can kind of tell. My hair has been redder lately. So it's funny how it comes across like I pretty much just look like I'm a brunette. Like I have brown hair. But my hair changes color all the time. But for the most part, I don't know. I can't say for the most part, because especially depending on like if I'm outside a lot, then it changes with the sun. Like the more sun it gets, the redder it gets. So but I think it's just because it's so dark in here. Like I feel like if I turned on the light, you could probably see the redness. Like I think I did it last stream or the stream before last when I turned on the lights for a little bit. You can tell my hair is not as dark as what it looks right now. Like, and the gender reveal is going to be outside, so you will probably see how red my hair is. Have you ever watched FBI's Most Wanted, FBI International? I've watched like FBI's Most Wanted, but I haven't watched all of it or anything. Talking about crushes, did you hear Rihanna is doing the Super Bowl? I have a huge crush on Rihanna. She's one of my dream girls. I heard she was doing the Super Bowl. Yeah. Yep, last treat with the doggy. Yeah, that's right. He was in here. I couldn't remember if it was the last stream or the stream before last. But yeah, I had the light on for a little bit, and you could have probably could tell how red my hair is. It's just so funny because this camera makes everything look darker. But if I take a picture on my phone, like even if I feel like if I took a picture like right now, it would show red. But it is what it is. It's fine. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Trinkets on Netflix. I've watched it. That was actually my second show I ever reacted to. Stream. Sorry, typo. Oh, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, it was like a little treat, maybe for him and for you guys, a little bit. Have a little bit of difference here in the stream. My little buddy. He's so sweet too. He's such a little snuggler. I can't wait for him and the baby. They're gonna be buddies. This is gonna be so cute. They're gonna be best friends. I can't freaking wait. The other dogs, they'll be fine. They'll have their own connection with the baby, but Poncho is such a snuggler. And he is so sensitive. It's so funny. I've never met a dog that sensitive in my life. I've had tons of, like, I've been around tons of different dogs. I've had different dogs. I've had male dogs, girl dogs, whatever, you name it. And this dog, Poncho, is so sensitive and so cuddly. And it's crazy. Like, I've never had a dog like that. Nissa's not like that. Lex isn't like that. Nissa's, like, more like a cat. She's like, just leave me alone. She's like, I'll come and, like, you can pet me for, like, a few seconds, but then leave me alone. I'm good for, like, the next couple weeks of, like, attention. And then, but my Nissa is just like me. I love my Nissa very much. And then Lex is special. She's wild and crazy, and Lex and Poncho are like best buds, though. Cass, have to go. Glad to see you and happy that you are okay. 100% recommend the YouTube series. Okay, bye. Bye, Francesca. Heartbreak High on Netflix. I think maybe Heartbreak High is going to win. We'll see. He's going to be the bodyguard of the baby. We'll see. It's funny because also he's an aggressive breed is what he's classified as because he's a Doberman Pinscher. But I can tell, like, he is protective, for sure. Like, we'll go on walks and stuff. If he sees, like, a person, he'll kind of, like, he'll bow up a little bit. But we teach him because we're like, you know, leave it, or, you know, like, no, like, come on, you know, like, or whatever. We try to, like, make that kind of positive or whatever, a positive experience. But you can tell he kind of, like, bows up a little bit. He's good with other dogs, though, too. It's funny because we'll, like, when we go on walks and stuff and the dogs bark at him, he'll, like, freak out for just a second and he'll, like, want to bark back. But then, like, once we give him, like, a command or whatever, then he'll just chill out. He's good. He's a good listener. He's such a good dog. Not a show, but you should at least check out Werewolf by Night. Gives a very 1930s horror movie vibes, but can also be very brutal in the kills. What's it on? Anne, is it Anne Plus or just Anne? It's on Netflix. And I've seen Anne, but I don't know if it's like Anne or like Anne Plus or like whatever. Somewhere between what? But yeah, he's great. He's a great dog. All of our dogs are good. They all have massively different personalities. But yeah, I've had Nissa first, and this is my baby. Nissa was mine before Anna and even I got together, but Nissa's mine. I'm off to sleep now. Message back when you checked out the link on Twitter. Okay, we'll do. I'll try to jump on there whenever I get done. Here. I'll probably like get ready for bed, and then once I lay in bed, then I'll like take a look at it. Disney Plus. What's on Disney Plus? I haven't been on Disney Plus that much. The only time when I was on Disney Plus was when I was watching Hocus Pocus 2. I don't want you to be active now. We're about to get ready for bed. Sheesh. The baby is only active whenever I don't want it to be active, of course. That's the way that it works. Usually when it usually is. It's usually when I'm like getting like about to fall asleep, or like when I barely wake up or something, then the baby's like, time to go. I just got here. I thought you asked where the movie was. Oh, what movie was? Have you seen WandaVision? No, I have not. It's a superhero show. I don't watch a lot of those. I did see the movie, that one movie. I can't think of the name of it at the top of my head. With her and Doctor Strange. It's a queer show about a young lesbian in Amsterdam. What is? I feel like I'm missing a lot of these things, like, because I keep having separate conversations, like, and sometimes it's hard. Somewhere Between is the name of the show. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hi, I just started watching your reactions to Dark, and funny enough, you wore that shirt for the first episode too. Did I kind of recycle through this. I don't have that much clothes. I really, and like this one was like a hand-me-down technically from Anna. I don't have a whole lot of clothes. And I'm slowly running out of clothes because I'm getting bigger. So, all of my clothes, for the most part, like all my shirts at least, are kind of like looser because they're like pretty much like t-shirts. I do have a couple of different shirts that are like nicer, that are like more tight on me, which is fine, but my tatas are bigger and my stomach is bigger, so not really fitting in a lot of my nicer clothing. So a lot of the stuff I've been reacting to has just been in like my t-shirts and stuff, but yeah, so I like recycle through the same t-shirts for the most part. And 90% of my clothing is hand-me-downs from Anna, because Anna is like an avid work, like gym freak. I don't know how you want to call it, but she like works out all the time, so she like grows out of her clothes because like her muscles and stuff. So like she gave me like this one and then like a bunch of other of my shirts that I have. And I also like don't ever buy clothes for myself. Now that I'm pregnant, like I've bought these pants. I really like them. They're super thin and stretchy. But I bought these pants and like two other pieces of clothing. And that's like the most clothing I've ever bought for myself in like the past like 5 years maybe. Stupid Wi-Fi YouTube series. I've watched it already. I've just watched it on my own. Anne is a show, I think. Oh, okay. And Werewolf by Night is a movie on Disney Plus. Gotcha. Probably wouldn't be a problem for a lot of your audience. Oh, what? The fact that my boobs have like grown? Well, the only problem with that, I don't necessarily have a problem showing them, but I don't have any bras that fit right now. So for them, the only bras that really fit are my sports bras. So like they're not going to show. My boobs don't. Well, they do. Actually, I take that back. They do show in my sports bras, but I don't wear like low cut shit because wearing low cut stuff and sports bras just don't go together, obviously. But then also like, so I just need to get new bras, but my boobs keep growing, so I can't find bras that fit. So yeah, probably something else I probably shouldn't talk about on stream, but I don't give a shit. But yeah. So I have like 2 bras that kind of sort of fit that aren't sports bras, but I still need to do more shopping, and I hate shopping for myself. Clothes shopping, at least. Like, if it's anything else, I don't mind shopping. But clothes shopping, for some reason, I just hate it. Series His Dark Materials? Huh. Haven't heard of that one. I did wear, it's funny because I reacted to something the other day. It was for Patreon. I reacted to something and I was wearing like one of my tank tops or something. But I don't even really like, I wear my tank tops all the time, but I don't like recording in my tank tops. Because I feel like I'm just flashing like everything at that point. South of Nowhere, good show. South of Nowhere. I feel like I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. Haha, women's stuff. Also, being gay, I don't notice these stuff. Well, yeah. I mean, nothing fits. So that's how come. Like, there was a couple of, like I said, some of my nicer shirts, any shirts that I wear, like, when I go out, is not, like, what I wear here. I wear, like, nicer. I feel like I really like my body. I'm not gonna complain. So like whenever I don't like show off a lot of stuff like at all. I don't know. I don't like to show off like stuff, but like I do wear like low cut stuff and or like tank tops all the time. So like I'm 90% of the time I'm sleeveless. So I always have my arms like out and showing. I don't have so many, but I have a lot of tank tops and that kind of stuff, or low cut stuff, because some of my tank tops are kind of low cut too. But when I react, I don't want to only like be, I don't know. I think when I react, I just want to be myself and not have to show stuff to get like views and whatnot. So I think that's another reason why I don't do it. When I first started reacting and stuff, I wore some of my tank tops, and they weren't like super low cut or whatever. And I've worn a couple of shirts here and there that are low cut, because I felt like I just didn't want to change my shirt or something, and so I just had whatever I had on that day. But 90 or 95% of the time I'm wearing a t-shirt like this. Warrior Nun. Yeah, I'm doing Warrior Nun. It's coming out next month. I've already done the first season. But the second season I'm doing whenever it comes out next month. Good Girls Revolt on Prime is a good show. I have rewatched it several times. I think I've heard of that. But again, I haven't seen that one either. Yeah, there's a bunch of shows that are coming out. I'm so excited for, especially Warrior Nun. I'm so excited for Warrior Nun. It's dropped into cover up weather here. Definitely fall now. It's fun. Oh my god, can I tell you guys something funny? So Anna and I went to Target earlier because, like I said, we went to go get some more stuff for the gender reveal. And when we went into Target, literally, and I'm telling you, because we live in Florida, and it was like, I think it was 69 degrees or something this morning well, it wasn't even really morning-ish. It was like, I think we went to Target around noon, and it was like 69 degrees or something. So mind you, it was a little bit breezy, and like, I get cold very easily, and I was wearing a tank top, and I was like, I'm kind of cold, but I was contemplating putting on a jacket, but I was like, you know what, we're going to be in the store the whole time. I don't want to so I would just end up taking off my jacket and like holding it the whole time. I didn't want to do that. So I was like, it'll be fine. Like, I'll just, we're only going to be outside for a few minutes or whatever, and then we'll go in, and it's not like unbearable or whatever. So, but as soon as we stepped into Target, everybody was wearing either a coat or a jacket. And Anna was like looking around. She's like, fucking Floridians, I swear. Like, she's like, it's not even cold. Anna runs hot all the time. So she loves the cold. If it was snowing, she's one of those people, I swear she would like go out in shorts and flip-flops if it was snowing, and like a tank top or something, because she loves the cold. But so we went in. It was so hilarious. And like there was these two little girls behind us in Starbucks, and they had coats and gloves on. And I was telling Anna, I was like, listen though, for Floridians, this is like winter for them, right? So like they're getting excited because the seasons are changing. So that's how come, like, the first day of it being actually really super nice outside, to the point where maybe it was a little bit chilly because of the wind, and like everyone was wearing a coat, jacket, and like or gloves. And I was like, I just died laughing because like Anna was like, fucking Floridians, man. Yeah. So it was 38 here this morning, so 69 would be nice. Yeah, it was because even in our house, and our house is like new. It was like built in like 2015, I think. So like we have really good insulation and stuff. So our AC, we have it drop down to like 72 at night or something like that. But when I checked this morning to turn it up a little bit for during the day, I was like, it was at like 68 in the house, and I was like, shit. I was like, I'm cold. I did wear a jacket in the house for like maybe an hour or something because I was like, it was chilly, but then it started to get warmer or whatever. But yeah, here in Florida, we get like maybe 2 weeks of like winter, and then we go right back to summer. We get like a little bit of fall, like a smidge of fall, and then you get like 2 weeks where it's pretty cold for about 2 weeks, and then boom, so we hit like summertime. I swear we don't even have a spring. I swear it just skips from like winter to summer. Yeah. So it was just funny because we like it wasn't even that cold. It was funny because we left Target, and I bet people up north are like still in like bathing suits and like going to the beach and like getting in water, and because it's like only like if it was that same weather that they had up north, that's what they would be doing. But here in Florida, when that temperature hits for us, it's cold, and so we wear sweaters and coats and gloves. What type of show is Warrior Nun? The fact that I liked Motherland Fort Salem Once Upon a Time, The Magicians is something of that similar vibe. Although I am of topic, not suggesting a show. It's very much like those types of shows. If you like those shows, for sure you would like Warrior Nun. I have no doubt about it. There's like a hint so far of LGBTQ. The creators have confirmed like that technically. I think they confirmed it. I don't want to give away too much, but there's like they're insinuating a relationship between like or a potential relationship between these two characters, and after that first season, the creators were like, yes, they're not queer baiting. They said it was a slow burn. So but it's very good. It's a very good show. I highly recommend watching it. I think it's a little bit closer to like how I feel like Motherland Fort Salem vibe. It's not like magic. It's not like or well, it's magical, but it's not like I'm thinking like it's not witchy. Motherland Fort Salem is different than any show that I've really watched, because they're more so they went into the like the witches type of stuff, and so that was really cool. But Warrior Nun is they're trying to do their own thing too, and that's really cool. So that's why I think like it's similar to that. It is up that alley, so you may like it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely, if you like those shows, you would like Warrior Nun, because it's definitely in that same like genre or like realm or whatever you want to call it. Our really cold here in New York involves single digits or worse. I'd be in a t-shirt year round in Florida. Oh, for sure. And like even like but in the summer times it gets hot. It's fucking humid here. When it's hot here. It's miserable though. Like I would take being out in the summertime out west any day than being here in the middle of summer. The humidity, it's just fucking terrible. A Discovery of Witches is a good show to watch this Halloween. What's that on? Great, I will start it and watching your reactions next. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that. I was Warrior Nun is also. It was when I first started reacting this stuff too. It was I don't know if it was one of my first shows that I reacted to, but it was definitely up there. It may have been. It may have been one of my first shows. Love that Motherland. Elliot basically decided to put the witches in the army. I love that. I love Motherland Fort Salem so much. I think it was just I think it was different than anything that we've really seen. And I think that's why it got, honestly, as many seasons as it did. I mean, it's really good too, but I'm saying because it didn't really attract any they didn't really do a lot of, like, and I watched a lot of interviews between the cast, and like, and they were right. They didn't really do, Freeform didn't do a lot of marketing for Motherland Fort Salem. And so Motherland kind of had to do, like, they had to go on their own. And like the fact of like their show, they had it all based off of this theory that like maybe it would work out, like doing witches stuff, and like they didn't have like any marketing. Freeform didn't market it, didn't have any sort of marketing for it. And so I think they were going to, and then but something happened, and they were like, oh no, we can't do it. So, and the fact that it got 3 seasons on its own with basically no marketing is crazy. But I think because marketing is so important for a show that it ended up ultimately causing them to get canceled because there wasn't a whole lot of marketing there. And so it's really a bummer. I think if Motherland Fort Salem got an ounce of marketing that some of these other shows got, it'd be still running, of course, so. I really hope it still gets picked up, but it's just been so long. I don't know. We'll see. Wins a crossover, Warrior Nuns versus Witches. I don't know. I feel like Witches would win. If like there was Warrior Nuns and Witches, I don't know. Depends on how many. Is it like 1-on-1? Is it like a Warrior Nun versus a witch? And then I guess at that point it would depend on like which one, which witch, and then in which Warrior Nun. I think A Discovery of Witches is on Shudder or AMC Plus. Oh, Freeform keeps doing that with marketing. Did that on Show Hunters as well. Or Shadow Hunters, sorry. Shadow Hunters as well. Yeah, Freeform is just not... Freeform is not one of the best platforms. They're really not. It's funny because they've had some good shows. Freeform has had some good shows. But as a platform... No. Yeah, they've had some good stuff, but I'm so surprised that Freeform is honestly still a thing. And it could be because they have had good shows. But the platform itself, or like whatever you want to call it, I don't think it's technically a platform because it's like it's not a streaming service or whatever, but I mean, you know. A Discovery of Witches is a fantasy series based on the similarly named novel. Teresa Palmer portrays Diana Bishop. It's about witches, vampires, and werewolves. Oh, Is it like... I don't know how I was going to say this. I wasn't going to say based off of a true story, because, like... Yeah, but how was I going to... Like, how is it... Is it like... Does it look like documentary based almost? Or is it like... How is it... Oh, I just popped my shoulder. My whole body's like breaking. I think the channel was better when it was ABC Family. Is that what it used to be? I just always thought Freeform was always Freeform, but I don't know. It could have come from something else. I don't know. Ava versus Abigail. Who would win? Abigail. I don't know. I feel like Abigail is a very powerful witch. But we got 3 seasons of Abigail. We've only had 1 season of Ava. So... Like, we've had like 3 seasons of watching Abigail grow into her powers, and Ava's barely started. So it's not really a fair fight. I feel like Abigail would win. If it's a one-on-one. For sure. Abigail would win. Like a now Abigail. Maybe not if you like thought like at the same time period as both of them, like after season 1 of both of them. I don't know, I still feel like Abigail would probably win because she has a lot of powers. And she was even pretty strong after season 1, so yeah, Freeform was originally ABC Family. Huh. Did not know that. Fun fact. You learn something new every day. My mom loves Discovery of a Witch. It is a grown-up Vampire Diaries. Huh. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, honestly, like, I think right now almost any witch could beat Ava because Ava hasn't, like, she's barely got into her powers and barely has like figured out how to use them. So it wouldn't be a fair fight. I mean, almost any witch, honestly. Oh, by the way, I think it'd help if you turned your camera a bit so there's less of a chance of the TV shows hiding you. Well, okay. So, but the thing is sometimes like I move around, like I'll get closer or like I'll back up a little bit. So I keep the shows where they're at because because I move around, like I'll be like doing this number and I'll get really close and then I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that because then I can't see my face. So and I've gotten better about that. So for the most part, I feel like I'm either like here or I'll back up a little bit. But sometimes I'll like creep up. And it's mainly, I think lately I've been kind of trying to lean back because my back has been killing me, but that's the same with like my audio. Some people complain about my audio but okay. I listen back on my audio, like on my phone. I've mainly on my phone or like on the computer or something else. Like I'll listen back on it and I don't ever hear any issues or anything with my audio. Like, cause a lot of people say that it's really low, but I don't hear anything. Like really low. I do up sometimes, like, cause sometimes if I say something, I'll like mumble it or something. I do that a lot. Because, like, if I'm not quite sure about something, I'll be like, what just happened? Like, what? But then I'll, like, boost up my audio, like, right there. Or, like, sometimes if I talk, because I have no control over my voice, sometimes if I, like, talk really loud, then I'll, like, lower it just a smidge so I'm not, like, yelling. But, yeah, it's all in the editing and whatnot, so. Yeah, between Ava and Raelle, Ava would be destroyed. Yeah, even her and Tally, because Tally with her sight, and even Tally, like, when she doesn't have her sight, I feel like, because Tally is very powerful, too, so. Tally might have a little bit of a struggle without her sight, trying to defeat Ava, but I still feel like Tally would win. Like, it would be more of a fair fight in that two types of situations, but I still feel like Tally would win. The goddesses are strong AF. I don't know about the warrior nuns yet. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we've only had 1 season of warrior nun, right? We've had 3 seasons of witches. And so, like, we've watched all of them grow and, like, become so strong. Like, all of them. Even, like, Alder and Anacostia and, like, even some of the older witches. Petra. Like, oh my god, sometimes, like, Petra, like, astounds me with how crazy she can get. Like, we've grown into seeing some of these crazy ass witches, and we've only had 1 season, and the first season of Warrior Nun was basically her whole training of like starting Warrior Nun. And if you really think about it, Motherland Fort Salem, all season 1 was them training. So, you know, if you compare season 1 to season 1 Warrior Nun, like, I still feel like the witches would win a little bit because I feel like their powers would, like, I mean, they would squash little Ava. But, like, but we don't know because, I don't know, maybe season 2 Ava can be like, maybe she'll get a full sense of her power and, like, everything, and then she'll just demolish everything. I don't know. We don't know yet. It is low, but it is fine with the volume all the way up. Like on the stream, or are you talking about like when editing, or like when on the record, like the reactions? Because if everyone is telling me it's low, then I'll bump it up when I'm recording. It's definitely low right now, clear but very low. Is the mic on your desk? Well, yeah, the mic is right here. The mic is really close to me. So it's not the mic. I don't even know. Hold on. How about now? Is it louder now? Or is it the same? Petra with the pin scene. Oh my god. I know that pin scene. Oh my god. And it was funny because I think it was an interview with Jess, and Jess was like, Jess said when they were doing the table reading for the Petra with the Petra's pin, whenever they were doing the scene for that, they were like, you could kind of sense it, but like, whenever they like actually got down to the actual scene where she was doing it, even like they were like, oh my god, like whenever they were recording it, like before the animation, CG, whatever you want to call it, they were like, before all that went into effect, just like, I don't know what her name is in real life, but the lady who plays Petra, and she like was doing the pin thing, all of them were like, they were amazed and like were just astounded by the whole pin scene. Not even where you can hear the heartbeat or anything, but like just how she was with the pin. Like, I was like, I bet it was still intense without like even that whole aspect to it. It's always low. I think it's okay, no problem. See, a lot of people have no problem. I don't have a problem on my stuff, and some people don't have a problem either. But if majority of people have a problem, then I'll raise it. Because I've gotten a bunch, and I've raised it since then too. Like, I've raised it since someone said something like a long time ago, and then so I've raised it since then. But if it's still kind of an issue, then I can still raise it some more. On the recordings, it's lower than other people, but not bad. Same? Okay. Well, I'll try it. The next video, not the one that's coming out tomorrow, because that one's already done. On the last episode of Dark, I'll bump it, and then we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna like bump it all the way up, but maybe I'll like double the volume. And we'll see how it goes. And then whatever it's at for recording is like whatever I have it at. I can probably, hold on, let me see if it'll help if I do. Hello. I feel like, no, because I just purposefully went loud there. I feel like unless I'm directly talking into the mic, like that's where it needs to be, is where I'm actually talking right now directly into the mic. But I can't do that. I can't like directly be in the mic. Am I getting any louder? Can you guys even hear if I'm getting any louder? Hold on, let me just be right here where I'm normally at and then do it. Maybe a little bit. I can see it a little bit being higher than what it was. Should I just bump it up all the way? Because I'm already almost all the way there. There. I just put it all the way up. So we'll see. Maybe do a poll here on YouTube. It'd kind of be a dumb poll. I feel like no. Maybe if on the live I'll do a poll. Like, maybe we'll try it next week or something. Maybe I'll do like, how's the audio now? Is it good, or like does it still need to be louder? Windows can mess with audio levels, so it wouldn't hurt to check the mic settings within the audio device properties and make sure it's at 100%. A bit louder, yeah? Okay. Well, I did up it. I upped it on the actual mic, and then I upped it on the system, too. I like the mic. I don't really want to get a new mic, and I don't want to get another mic right now. So, and I like the system that comes, like, with the mic. So, yeah, I don't want another mic right now, but, I can still bump it. So, we'll just do that. I think if I ever got another mic, like, I would want to get I would want to get, like, a dynamic mic, and then that way I can have it, like, I would just end up putting it closer to my mouth. I like that it's not in the way. I like it's not in the way and it's not visible. Because I like to be able to move and do things and, like, get closer or far behind or whatever. And I feel like if I had a mic in my face, it would prevent me from doing that. A series called In the Dark. I think Anna watched that or something. And she really liked it, but... Anywho, I should probably get off of here. It's almost been 2 hours since I've been recording, or streaming. It's crazy. What else? Oh. Finishing Dark. The next episode will be out tomorrow. Diana Bishop of Discovery of Witches would school those witches. The quality is good, so I don't think you need a new one. Yeah, I don't it's not necessarily the new mic. It's the point of just upping the volume. I still think it's good. I don't think there's a problem. It is okay either way for me. See, a lot of people don't have a problem and some people do, so I don't know. We'll try it next week. We'll do a poll next week on, like, testing audio or whatever. Cuz I want to make sure people hear me. But, you know, I don't know. I want it to be comfortable for people too, you know. That it's not too loud. But have a great night. Can't wait for the gender reveal. Yeah, okay, I was going to tell you. Yeah. So, Finishing Dark and next episode is tomorrow, and then the finale. But also, if you guys want to, I'm going to go live doing the gender reveal on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I'll, of course, set it up like an hour before. Like, I'll have the thingy going at least an hour before. I'll try to. I've never done it on my phone. Fingers crossed. Worst case, if it doesn't work on my phone, I'll do it on, like, my parents' laptop or something. But I feel like the quality wouldn't be as good. But anyway, so we're streaming live for the gender reveal on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys want to come and watch it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's not going to be like a typical stream, obviously. It's just going to be 30, 45 minutes of, like, woohoo, this is what we're having, yay, kind of thing. So, if you're interested, come back for Saturday. But otherwise, next Wednesday will be a normal, typical stream. And obviously, anywhere between that will be a different show that I'll be doing. That I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do. So, anyway. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here for today. But I will hopefully see you guys on Saturday. If not, I will see you guys next Wednesday. So, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night or day, whatever it is for you. And a good rest of the couple days and or week. But, yeah. Anyway. Bye, guys.